top and I'm going to lower it down a bit. Yes, something like this is better for me. Now what I will do is add a subdivision surface modifier. We are going to go back in object mode. We are going to add a modifier that is going to be the subdivision surface. And as you can see, it will help us to make a rounder model. We can increase the level here. Let's increase it to 3. And we can also press right click on in the viewport and use the shade smooth option in order to have a smooth surface. What I don't want though is in edit mode, I don't want to see the subdivision surface. So I will disable the option only for edit mode by pressing this button. So I will be able to look at the real geometry. This is much better and I will really advise to do so. But as soon as I will press tab and go back in object mode, as you can see, I'm going to see the results. So this is something that I will do a lot in order to check the result. But I will be it will be better to see the real topology here. So now we can go in face mode, select the sides, and we can scale a bit the side to taper this side, and we can also push it a little bit toward the back by pressing G and Y. And now we are going to add more definition to this model. I'm going to add 2 edge loops there and 2 edge loops there. And each time you are adding something in your model, you should one way or another change the geometry that you've added. You need to feed it in your model. It's really important that it's not put like this and that you consider it okay. As you can see, the result is not really organic and we don't want this. But before finishing that, I'm going to add 1 cut there and 2 cuts in the bottom, and I'm going to select everything and I'm going to press right click and use the smooth vertex option. This is going to relax the geometry that we've selected. But one thing to notice is that you won't have this option in the face selection. As you can see, there is no smooth vertices option. So we are going to save this option in the quick favorite menu. So you press right click while in vertex selection mode. You right click again on the option that you want to save to your quick favorite, and you add it to your quick favorite. Because I've already added, it's already there. So if I'm pressing Q, you can see that in my quick favorite, I have the smooth vertex option, and I can press Q, left click, Q, left click, Q, left click, and you can see that my mesh is going to be relaxed a bit. Okay. So now I'm going to modify this geometry to have a better shape language overall. And to do so, I'm just going to push vertices around. It's really important to note that you need to move your viewports and to look around your model from every point of view. When you start modeling a character, it's going to be very messy at the beginning, or at least not very appealing at the beginning, and it's a very iterative process. You need to push things, you need to, like if you were using Play-Doh, you need to push things to construct things, and step by step you're going to have much nicer forms and a much nicer model. But if you don't spend the time looking around, pushing things, stretching things, and compensating for the geometry that you have, that you added, sorry, you are not going to have a good looking model. So as you can see, I'm looking around, I'm pushing things, I'm going into face mode, for instance, in order to select this and push the belly. I'm looking from the bottom to see the curves that this is creating. I'm going to round a bit the back. I'm going to add another cut here to create how can I say, a very marked transition, I will say. And I can also use the proportional editing by pressing the O key. As you can see, it's also this button there. And when I'm using the proportional editing, it's acting like a soft selection. As you can see, when I'm moving, there is a circle around the mouse. And if I'm scrolling my mouse wheel, you can see that I can change the radius. You can also press minus and plus, but it's not working in this case on the numpad. But as you can see, so no, it's page up, page down, sorry. But I'm never using that. I'm always using the mouse wheel. And you can see that it's going to help you achieve very organic forms and a very organic flow in your topology. The topology is the term describing the organization, the composition, if you want, of your vertices. It's the way the loops that you are creating are describing the shapes that you want to represent. It's important to have a proper topology in any modeling, in any at least organic model that you are creating, because when deforming the character later on, it's going to react to the topology that you have. So if you have a really bad topology and you have it's working well while being static, but when deforming it creates bad creases, or for instance, the eyes are not able to close, or the cheek is not working, or things like this, it's going to be very hard to rig and even not possible. So as you can see, I'm going along my model. I'm pressing tab often to see the result using the subdivision surface. I can see that here I would like